former city employee appears in court accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a small town. We're hearing from investigators coming up. Plus, we are tracking a fire in Central Oregon growing fast and still only about 30% contained.
Temperatures, but a change coming as we head towards the weekend. All the details coming up in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Special Edition, on your side.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. The former Mesa clerk treasurer accused of stealing city funds appeared in a Franklin County courtroom today. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma was there in the courtroom and joins us live with new details. Hi, Monique.
Hi, Alyssa. Charmaine Halverson appeared in Franklin County Court today, accused of stealing and misusing money while she worked at the city of Mesa. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says detectives spent 6 months on this investigation. Halverson is charged with theft, injury to public record, misappropriation, and official misconduct. Sergeant Steve Warren says it all came to light after Halverson left the city.
After she departed, and they had a change of employment, the new employee there discovered missing money. At the time, we didn't know the extent of that missing funds, but the detectives assigned were able to uncover exactly where those funds were missing from and how they disappeared from the departments.
At the hearing today, the judge agreed that Halverson could be released on bail. We will continue to bring you the latest information on this case as it's released. For now, reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma for Apple Valley News Now. Sending it back to you, Alyssa.
Thank you, Monique. And 4 out of 5 Mabton City Council members are leading the charge to recall Mayor Rachel Reales over allegations of gross incompetence. Council members Sofia Sotelo, Mary Alvarado Zalvalda, and Arturo de la Fuente all signed a petition to recall the mayor. They submitted it to the auditor's office on Wednesday. That petition claims that the mayor violated state laws regarding giving notice on budgets and adopting a budget. We learned from council members earlier this week that the city has been operating without a budget for all of 2024. Auditor Charles Ross says the petition won't be complete until they receive a copy of an oath people signing the document must take, but he's been told to expect that copy by the end of the day.
I also reached out to the mayor to let that person know that we're in the receipt of a complaint which would start the recall process. However, I did tell her it was incomplete, but there's a strong likelihood it will be filed to be completed.
Now, coming up after the debate, we'll have an update in the alleged fake robbery scheme that cost the city of Mabton $22,000. We'll also talk more about the recall process. Developing news from Central Oregon, where a wildfire first spotted on Tuesday afternoon is already nearing 4,000 acres. This is in Deschutes County, about 30 miles south of Bend. Central Oregon Fire Management Service says around 1,200 acres burned just between last night and this morning, and more than 1,000 people have gotten evacuation notices.
And I was afraid it was just keep on going because nobody controls a fire. I got stuff for a night and my pills and stuff like that. Brought my toothbrush and made sure I had that.
Make sure if you're not in an evacuation zone that you are prepared to evacuate if needed. This is a good reminder to all of us in Central and Eastern Oregon that this is a reality we live with.
Hundreds of firefighters are working to get ahead of those flames, including help from the state, and FEMA has also approved federal funds to help cover the costs. Let's talk about the weather here in our area. Stacy, we've been seeing just some really windy conditions out there.
It's been blustery and windy today, as you can see on my Legends Casino sky cam. 80 degrees, winds sustained right now 17 miles an hour. We've been seeing gusts 25 and 30 miles an hour in some areas, even more intense than that. But the good news is those winds will start to decrease tonight. Our overnight lows in the upper 40s and low 50s through the region. For tomorrow, look for slightly warmer temperatures as we head towards the weekend. Going to be a little bit more seasonal and nice. Winds will be light and variable in the area. So look for those partly cloudy skies. We're seeing them outside. Winds will start to decrease later this evening. Get ready for warmer temperatures this weekend. It's going to be a sunny, and I said warm, but I should say hot 4th of July. I'll get to all the details in that First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. The suspect in the University of Idaho killings that happened nearly 2 years ago was back in court today, and it's now looking like he won't go on trial until next June. Brian Koberger's attorneys are still trying to get the case moved out of Latah County, where 4 college students were found dead in an off-campus home in November of 2022. Koberger, who was a criminal justice student at WSU at the time, is charged with 4 counts of murder. Now, police arrested Koberger 6 weeks after the killings. He waived his constitutional right to a speedy trial. It has been 18 months of legal wrangling already over when and where to hold the trial, the evidence that will be presented, and even how the media will be allowed to cover what happens inside the courtroom. Today, the trial was tentatively set for June 2025. It's expected to take about 3 months. We are bringing you the news early today because of the first presidential debate of the 2024 campaign is happening later this evening. It's the first time a current and former president have ever faced off. They'll be facing some new rules as well. Julia Benbrook has a look at what to expect.
President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump agreed to meet on the debate stage after lots of back and forth.
I'm calling on Crooked Joe to debate anytime, any place. We'll do it anywhere you want, Joe.
Well, make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice. So let's pick the dates, Donald.
Now, the first presidential debate of the season is almost here. And although it's a rematch of 2020,
The question Supreme
is,
Court Justice,
the
radical
question-
left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen,
there are a couple of key changes. There's no studio audience, and while some say that will hurt Trump, who typically feeds off of a crowd, others predict it will make his performance stronger.
If I'm an advisor, you have to be potentially concerned about the bombastic nature of the former president because of an audience. So absent an audience, my presumption would be he'll be a little more toned down. He doesn't have a crowd to potentially react to some of the things that he may say.
The microphones will be muted, except for the candidate whose turn it is to speak.
If you look back at the first debate in 2020, it's clear that it has to be that way.
A coin flip determined that Biden will stand at the podium on the right side of the television screen, and Trump will get the final word of the night. No props or pre-written notes will be allowed on stage, but both candidates will be given a pen, a pad of paper, and a bottle of water. Reporting in Atlanta, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Now, will those rules work? We'll find out coming up later this evening. ABC News coverage leading up to the debate starts at 5. We'll have more local news for you after the debate is finished. And we're still waiting to find out if the Department of Justice will pursue criminal charges against Boeing in relation to the deadly 737 MAX crashes that happened years ago. Today, the NTSB announced it's going to sanction Boeing for sharing information about the mid-air door blowout that happened earlier this year. Boeing is now saying that paperwork problems led to the plane being rolled out of the factory before the final bolts were installed on the door plug. But Boeing officials say they're confident it won't happen again.
I am extremely confident that the actions that we took have ensured that every airplane leaving this factory is safe. I feel very confident that it will not happen again.
Now, as for the sanctions from the NTSB, the agency says it's going to stop giving Boeing information about its investigation into the door plug blowout, and Boeing won't be able to ask questions at investigative hearings coming up in August. Now, the Supreme Court was supposed to finish up its work for the session this week, but in a fairly unusual step, the justices announced they will keep working at least until Monday. The court did announce several decisions today, including the abortion case out of Idaho that the court said was inadvertently posted online yesterday. Idaho lawmakers banned all abortions except to save the life of a pregnant woman. That state law came up against a federal law, saying that emergency room doctors are required to provide necessary care. The Supreme Court had initially agreed to take up the case, but now says that was a mistake. In realistic terms, that means that hospitals in Idaho must allow emergency abortions when a woman's health is at risk, but it doesn't make an actual permanent ruling. Another case with potentially huge nationwide impact, the Supreme Court decided not to accept a proposed settlement plan over the opioid epidemic. The deal would have had the Sackler family, blamed for fueling the crisis, pay $6 billion in exchange for not having to face any civil lawsuits moving forward. States, local governments, and victims worked out this deal to finally get money flowing to help treat the crisis. But the justices, split 5-4, ruled that there is nothing in current law that makes the agreement okay, and said that it could hurt victims in future cases. A third ruling announced Thursday morning says that people accused of fraud by the SEC have the right to a jury trial in federal court rather than their cases being handled in-house by an SEC judge. And a fourth limits the EPA's ability to regulate smog that drifts across state lines. Now, as I mentioned, the Supreme Court has been slow to release rulings this year. We're still waiting on a decision about how cities can enforce rules about homelessness and 2 cases related to the violence at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th of 2021. Now let's take a live look outside. We're seeing noticeably cooler this afternoon than it was just 24 hours ago. Blame the wind you're seeing shaking our camera there. The temperature roller coaster is also not over yet. Stacey Lee is looking ahead to your weekend next. Plus, as we are 1 week from the 4th of July, potentially record-breaking travel is expected to start ramping up tomorrow. We're talking about that, plus how to protect your pets during a stressful holiday, next on Apple Valley News Now.
If you need Social Security disability because you are unable to work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411. Bothwell and Hamill. There's no fee unless you win.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Okay, ideas. Where are we going?
I got one.
What about a comedy show?
I've seen you, I've swiped on you. No. Okay?
Oh, I got an idea.
I feel hungry.
Let's go.
Whatever your vibe. Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
Find it in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
If you need workers' compensation because you were injured at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
The race for the White House and the presidential debate. Apple Valley News Now at 5.
Welcome back. It might not feel much like it today, but 4th of July is 1 week away. State law allows fireworks to be sold starting tomorrow morning. Now, there are specific limits on when you can use the fireworks, so do be sure to check local rules. This is also the time to prepare your pets. All those loud noises tend to be stressful for our furry friends. That does make them more prone to run away. Pitbull Pen is holding a free microchip event this weekend in Richland where you can get your pet microchipped or update your information so that when a vet or animal control officer reads that chip, they'll be able to know who to call. You can also take steps to give your pet a place to feel safer at home.
Creating a safe space for them. A lot of them like to go in like a dark closet. You can set up their bed in there.
You may also want to pick up some calming treats to help them manage stress. And the TSA is predicting record travel for 4th of July this year. Because the holiday falls on a Thursday, 1 week from today, they are expecting that travel surge to ramp up starting tomorrow. ABC's M. Nguyen talked to travel experts about this kind of unusual situation.
4th of July is almost here, and millions of Americans are expected to take a vacation during the holiday week, according to AAA's Independence Day travel forecast, which includes an unprecedented 2 weekends before and after the Thursday holiday.
We're seeing that some people are going to choose to leave that Saturday or Sunday before July 4th, work remotely from their destination Monday or Tuesday, and then take the rest of the week off and then come back the following weekend.
The forecast projecting the busiest travel ever for this holiday period, with nearly 71 million Americans heading 50 miles or more from home.
If we compare those same 9 days, including those 2 weekends, to 2023, that was the previous record. And before 2023, the previous July 4th record was 2019. This is still higher.
A large majority of those travelers, a record-breaking 60 million plus, will be hitting the road.
Road trips give people flexibility. So you can leave when you want, you can come back when you want. The only thing you can't control is the traffic.
The good news, with the travel spread out over the week, not everyone will drive to their destinations on the same days. AAA recommends drivers leave as early in the morning as possible or in the evening.
What happens is if you leave during either the rush hour windows or mid to late afternoon, those are always the most congested times of the day, because if people are working that week, you're going to have commuters mixing with travelers.
The forecast shows most people will head home the Saturday or Sunday after July 4th, with some returning on Monday.
Coming back Monday after July 4th, definitely be mindful of not traveling during rush hour, because that is a work day for most people.
Air travel will see a record number of travelers too, with nearly 6 million Americans flying domestically over the 9-day period. For peace of mind, AAA recommends reserving airport parking ahead of time and foregoing the checked bags if you can fit your belongings in just a carry-on.
If there is a delay or there is a cancellation, you've got your bag already with you and you don't have to worry about going back and getting your bag.
M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, it's been a breezy day and much cooler temperatures outside. 80 degrees right now in our Dust Devil Sky Cam. Winds at 17 miles an hour. Our feels like temp is 79. Our sunset tonight at 8:52. So looking pretty good. Temperatures a lot cooler all through the area. Look at Cle Elum right now, 56 degrees. It's only 66 in Ellensburg. The warm spot, of course, Tri-Cities at 80. We're in the 60s and 70s along the foothills of the Blues. Let's look at the temperature difference from just 24 hours ago. We're anywhere from 13 to down to 3 or 4 degrees below where we were. So you certainly can tell the difference today of that cool down. Plus, we've been dealing with those breezy and gusty winds. But let's talk temperatures here for the next few days. We've been calling it temperature roller coaster ride, and that's what it's been, that cool day. And then we're going to start to gradually warm back up. But look at that. Looks like we get a nice stretch of temperatures just about average or seasonal for this time of year. We'll warm up briefly close to 90 over the weekend in the Tri-Cities. And then as we get closer to 4th of July, the temperatures will get much warmer, way above the average. We're staying a little bit above average in Walla Walla on Saturday and Sunday, right around the average as the first part of the week starts out. Here's what it looks like in Hermiston. Again, that nice warm up just below 90 on Saturday, and then those temperatures feel pretty seasonable. So yes, it's been kind of, we feel like a cooler June, but it's been pretty much on trend. Wind speeds through the area have been breezy to gusty. You could see the Hanford Reach area, Ellensburg, Kittitas Valley, down into Toppenish are seeing the gustiest winds as we speak now. Let's take a look at Futurecast, though. Tonight stays breezy through the early part of the evening, but by the time we get to midnight tonight, our winds will start to decrease throughout the area. So yes, finally getting a little relief from that. Getting into your Friday morning, light little breezes in the Columbia Basin, a little windy in Dayton, but overall we'll have much lighter winds as we go through our Friday. So going to be a really nice day Friday. Great kickoff to the weekend. On Saturday, winds will remain pretty light, a little bit breezy through the Columbia River Gorge, through the Dalles area. Temperatures overnight tonight, again seasonable, great sleeping temperatures, 40s and 50s through the region. 50 overnight in Dayton, 52 Walla Walla, a cool 51 in the Tri-Cities, and a chilly, I think, 49 in Ellensburg, 40s and 50s for the Yakima Valley. Tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, temperatures right around our average where we should be for this time of year, low 80s in the foothills, mid 80s here in the Columbia Basin, Yakima Valley in the low 80s. We'll hit 80 degrees in Ellensburg. Hey, if you're hitting the links this weekend, good weekend to do that. Friday will be really nice. Saturday, partly sunny, a little overcast with some light winds later in the afternoon. Sunny, but those breezy winds pick up on Sunday. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast. There's July 1st on Monday, 4th of July. Look at the temps, up to 93 degrees in Yakima. Tri-Cities looking good. Lots of sunshine. We're going to be up to 96 on 4th of July, and a windy July 1st on Monday with 88 degrees in the forecast. Walla Walla staying in the 80s for the next several days, but we get a big jump on the 4th of July, 96 degrees. Now look for increasing fire danger Sunday and Monday due to the breezy to gusty winds in our region. And in Hermiston, we'll have those breezy winds developing Sunday evening, windy conditions on Monday, and a hot 4th of July, 96. So that'll be kind of feeling like we typically have been feeling this time of year. So anyway, more to come, including your viewer photo of the day. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And up next on Apple Valley News Now, we're talking about a growing event locally intended to get students excited about STEM subjects.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 12th through the 18th.
Why is my internet slow?
There's only 16 devices connected.
I'm so over this. My cable internet bill just increased again.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet. 25 times faster uploads. $65 less a month in cable. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply.
During our Patriot sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like a Sealy Queen mattress for $3.99.
Come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Biden, Trump. Watch the CNN presidential debate simulcast live on ABC tonight. And the night starts at 8 Eastern Live with the ABC News event special, The Race for the White House, with David Muir and the political team tonight on ABC.
You don't have to wait to save at More Furniture. Our 4th of July sale is on now. You're invited to beat the crowds for summer savings and incredible values for every room in your home. Get ready for summer entertaining, family gatherings, and much more, all at our lowest prices. At More Furniture, value meets style every day. And with additional sale pricing store-wide, our prices are unbeatable. Visit your local showroom or preview all 4th of July sales specials online at morefurniture.com.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for 12 years in a row. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Mattress Depot USA, we realize your top priority is to get a quality mattress at a great price.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
High school students got to explore STEM career options this week with the Tri-Cities STEM Career Academy. It's the second annual event and has expanded from 3 to 5 days. Earlier this week, students built hydro turbines at the UA Local 598, then visited the WSU Prosser Extension to build and fly drones. This morning, students built hydrogen cars, then spent the afternoon building and racing solar cars. The students are all learning during this time about careers in agriculture, science, and energy.
I hope they're inquisitive, and I hope they think, what are the things I can do in the future based on my interests and the things that I enjoy around STEM and science and technology.
Now, Benton PUD and the Washington Grain Commission are the anchor sponsors of the event. We're going to hear from one of the participating students coming up on Good Morning Northwest. That is tomorrow morning from 5 to 7 a.m. We are seeing some good solar energy out there this afternoon. Wind energy as well, to be completely honest. Stacey Lee has a final check of your forecast next.
The race for the White House and the presidential debate. Apple Valley News Now at 5.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Hi, I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price. And that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Pasco's Grand Ole 4th of July celebration begins Saturday morning, June 29th at 8 a.m. with the family bike ride. July 4th, Thursday fun begins at Memorial Park with the Kiwanis Breakfast at 7 and the Grand Ole 4th of July Parade at 10. The Camp Patriot Show and Shine at noon with a cardboard regatta at 1, and the free Grand Ole 4th of July Fireworks Show is at Pasco Sporting Complex at 10 that evening. More activities info at PascoGO4.com. That's PascoGO4.com.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Why is my internet slow? There's only 16 devices connected.
I'm so over this. My cable internet bill just increased again.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet. 25 times faster uploads. $65 less a month in cable. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply.
Welcome back. We always like to end on a high note with the viewer picture.
Viewer picture. Now, this may scare you or alarm you a little bit, but come to your screen and take a look. Raphael caught this down at Columbia Park.
Well, I wouldn't take a cat to Columbia Park now.
Right?
But
that looks like a
so
coyote
cute.
there. He is pretty cute, but I don't know. I would be a little frightened, but good picture, Raphael, for capturing that without him running off. If you'd like to have your weather photo on television, that QR code on the right side of your screen, just snap that onto your smartphone. It'll take you right to the right place to put your photo up, or AppleValleyNewsNow.com, the weather tab. All right, let's take a look at our temps and our day tomorrow. 60s out the door. You'll be in the mid-70s by the middle of the day. A little bit warmer as we get into the evening. And a peek at our 7-day planning forecast. Look for those breezy and gusty winds picking up Sunday, Monday, elevating fire danger. 4th of July, it's going to be a hot one out there. We're going to see temperatures in the 90s once again, which we haven't seen a ton of 90-degree days.
Not too much
just yet, but here they come. So again, breezy winds also for Walla Walla and Hermiston. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent weekend overall.
Well, you know, I'll take it.
There you go.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. We're going to turn it over to ABC News' coverage of the first presidential debate of 2024 campaign season. We'll be back with more local news after that.
Have a great night.